for you to detect without using special equipments. Okay. And 30 years ago, the lifestyle we used to lead was all outdoors, playing with friends, going out, very little or not much of technology. But if you look at it nowadays, this is how a common, a or an environment looks like in a typical home. Kids, adults, even elderly generation, like my grandparents, using all these gadgets. And it's becoming more and more. In fact, it's way back in our glasses, which is actually uh, next to my head, the frame. We have then one device, and then we have AirPods, we have Apple Watches, and so many things. And these are all the devices nowadays we are exposed to, including electric cars. Okay, it's kind of frying the brain. Thank you for all your responses on the chat. So, emGuarde. So, emGuarde is the Enagic's latest technology, which was launched 2 years ago, and it stands for electromagnetic guard. So as long as you have all these products or any of these products at home, or even more, we all are exposed to all these harmful electromagnetic radiations. And it's there, whether you believe in it or not, we are all affected by this. And what if I tell you that the room that you're sitting in today, if you had the special powers and you could see all of this, would you still be sitting in the same room? Yes or no? Would you still be sitting in the same room if you could see all these radiations coming in? What's your answer? Yes or no? You would still be sitting in the room. There are some people that are daring. Okay. Now, I'm not saying if you're using emGuarde. Okay. I'm just saying that if you were in the room and you could see all these radiations, I would freak out. I would walk out of the room immediately. Right. Because the problem is these waves are there all around us and our body's absorbing it regardless. I don't know, some of you are saying yes, you understand it or not, right? And nowadays, even not nowadays, since ages, men, we've been putting the cell phones in our pant pockets. And there's even an article from PubMed that says how bad it is for the reproductive organs for men, women. When women you're using laptop, you're putting it on the laps, so or putting it, the handbag. It's all close to your reproductive organs. And in 2019, there was a survey done on 871 people, and these were all the problems that they kind of saw due to the EMF exposure. Okay, so sleep problems being the max. How many of y'all like to sleep with the phone next to you, or you charge your phone next to you when you're sleeping? Good morning, Iffy. Good morning. I mean, uh, yeah, it's morning for you guys in Nigeria. Good, good. Okay. How many of y'all keep your phones next to you when you're sleeping? I do that. Phone always on airplane. And how are you connected if your phone is always on airplane? Guys, don't get me wrong. Even if your phone is on airplane, you're still using your phone. There's a lot of electric circuits that is running, which is creating all of this EMF. And later, I'm going to show you that why, even if your phone is on airplane and if you're still using it, playing games, watching videos, or whatever you're doing, it still affects you. As long as there is electricity and there is batteries, it affects our health. Okay. Yeah, right. So sleep problems being the highest, fatigue, these are all problems that we see every single day in most households. And even 13, 14 years ago, WHO classified these kind of radio frequency electromagnetic field as possibly carcinogenic to humans. Okay, they say that it can have an increased risk of glioma, a malignant type of brain cancer associated with wireless phone use. This was 14 years ago. Okay. And even a few years ago, France had stopped the sales of iPhone 12 over high radiation levels. So for sure, we all know that there's radiation. And even if you open your iPhone settings, even they even have the statement that says that to reduce the exposure to RF energy, use an hands-free option. So they know that there is radiation coming out. So they got to protect themselves. So all of this statement is to protect themselves. But as users, ourselves, our children. We are all affected by this radiation. And let's watch this video about what Dr. Satvinder has to say about the effects of these radiations, not only on us, but even the young generation. Let's watch this.
The children's brain, like the hypothalamus, it tends to absorb 1.5 to 2 times more electromagnetic fields than an adult. But if you look at the child's bone marrow, it absorbs an amazing 10 times more electromagnetic radiation than an adult. The brain is much more absorbent, the skull is thinner, and because the relative size is smaller, if I give you the same dosage, your smaller tissue is going to absorb more than the bigger tissue. The first thing you have to do is keep the appliance that's emitting the radiation further apart from you, like handphones. Off all power points when they're not in use. Number 3, you could use electromagnetic field harmonizers, which will balance out the radiation side effects from the appliance.
Yeah, so did you hear him? He said that a child's brain can absorb 2.5 times more radiation than an adult. Because you should imagine, the brain is much smaller, so the same amount of radiation has a worse impact on their health, and their bone marrow can absorb 10 times more radiation. Okay, this is what Dr. Satvinder has to say. And now let's look at this, how emGuarde really works. So the moment you plug in the emGuarde, it gives you a protection of 8 meters of diameter or 26 feet. So it uses harmonic frequencies to effectively suppress targeted electromagnetic noise radiation between 3 megahertz to 1000 megahertz. Now, this is the range, the frequency range in which the emGuarde works. And this is the 4-meter radius or 8 meters diameter. Okay, now why are we focusing on harmonizing frequencies between 3 megahertz to 1000 megahertz? Because according to FCC is the Federal Communication Commission in the US, they say that the human body absorbs anywhere in the range of 30 megahertz to 300 megahertz the most. Now, this is the frequency in which the human body absorbs the most. And even to prove that, another scientist actually published the frequencies of different organs in the human body. And he shows this, that all these frequencies of different organs is within the range of 30 megahertz to 300 megahertz. So what happens is when the frequencies outside and the frequency inside matches, it creates something called as a resonance. Okay, and let's watch the resonance in action and let's see how the body kind of absorbs all of this. So this is when you have the same frequencies, this kind of disturbed, and they get damaged. What?
This is called the SDR software, and it's gonna actually detect the electromagnetic interference in this area. So what David is gonna do now, he's going to actually turn on the software. You can download this software on your Android phone. You just have to pay a couple dollars, you get the software. So I want you guys to see. Just zoom in on the phone, Ben. You can just take a look at this. I don't know if you guys can hear it. So the software is connected to a dongle that connects to an antenna, and the antenna is receiving the interference around this room. It's unbelievable. Take a look at the chart. It is crazy, absolutely crazy. We have not seen this anywhere else. Okay, so now what we want to find out is, if we have the emGuarde, what can it do to us and what can it do for us? So it's not connected. Now I'm going to put next to the SDR software. I'm going to turn it on in 3, 2, 1. Look at the wave spectrum. It's gone down. I'm going to unplug the emGuarde.
Talk about this suppression.
All right. Take a look at the suppression, guys. Here, take a look at the suppression. Boom. With the emGuarde turned on. If you guys are watching this, I want you guys to bring your emGuarde everywhere you go, especially in cities like this, and make sure you always keep yourself protected. See you guys soon.
Yeah. So that's Simon. I mean, Simon right now is more famous than even some of the politicians in the energy world. Okay, you'll see him everywhere because he was one of the first adopters of emGuarde. So he did a lot of videos. Simon and myself, we started the energy business together in 2016 when he graduated from college. But I just want to show you the kind of frequencies that this device could pick up. And when you look at all of this graph, okay, this is the noise. Now, the reason why you could hear it is because of the speaker. But if I turn down the volume, it doesn't mean it has disappeared. It is still there in the environment, and your brain is constantly feeling it. Your ears cannot listen to it because the sound, the decibel value is like minus. Okay, we cannot hear such low frequencies, but the brain can feel it. Okay, but when we plug in the emGuarde, you saw how it kind of suppressed this harmful noise, and also the waterfall spectrum disappeared. So this is exactly what emGuarde is doing. It is sending out harmonic frequencies to effectively suppress these noise in the environment. So that way your brain is not constantly disturbed. So this is the first patent of emGuarde, which is it effectively suppresses these targeted electromagnetic noises. Okay. And we have another device that does the similar thing. So basically, this is for Android. For those that have Android, you buy the dongle and the antenna. I think it's about $40 approximately, and the app is about $10 something, right? But for those that don't have Android, okay, you can buy this device. It's called the 𝐏𝐫𝐨𝐝 SDR. All of these links and everything I will give you guys at the end. So if you stay till the end, I have some special things to give to all of you. So stay till the end. And also the tools and everything for you to be equipped. So let's watch this video and let's see how emGuarde works. So you can see the sound and the green white noise that is in the environment. When we plug in the emGuarde, you can see the sound has disappeared, and also the environment it's a clean environment. Clean from the harmful electromagnetic noises. Okay, so this is a wonderful tool. In fact, the way how I do the demo is I just plug in, I open one of these devices, and I show people the exposure, how much they're exposed to. And when we plug in the emGuarde, when they see the suppression, it's a very easy way to show people the emGuarde works. So this is the first, what you said, the first patent of the product. Now, let's look at what some of the people, are doing out there. This is a very famous Canadian researcher and professor, Dr. Magda Havas. She has dedicated her complete life on the biological effects of electromagnetic radiation on the human body. So what she was able to do is she discovered how the blood kind of moves in the body when you're exposed to these gadgets. For example, if you're using your computer for 70 minutes, this is how the red blood cells look like. They all start to stick to one another. And this is 10 minutes of using the mobile phone. It's much worse. So what she was able to do, she was able to create a lab, kind of elevate all this harmful electromagnetic radiation within the lab. And after a while, she tested the blood. This is how the red blood cell looked like. It started moving freely. So in her research, she was able to find out that by elevating these harmful electromagnetic radiation, that is, when you put yourself in a clean EMR environment, your blood circulation improves. But by you exposing all these harmful that you blood cells are to one, it causes low oxygen supply, reduced waste removal, headache, fatigue, and all these other problems. Okay. Are these problems very common in most households, guys? Yes or no? I want you guys to be, responsive on the chat. And also one more thing I want to tell you guys is how many of us can actually have that lab? And that lab costs thousands and thousands, even, I don't know, maybe millions of dollars even. Okay, how many of us can carry that lab everywhere you go? It's practically impossible. Okay, and some of them say that, okay, I put myself away from phones and all of that. But what about, so these are smart. Okay, let's go to this, like my background. Okay, and spend like 2 hours or 3 hours and then test your blood. Your blood will look somewhat like this. But 99% of us don't live in forest. We live in the city where we are exposed to all these radiations in my background that you see. So let us see how the emGuarde actually works.
Yeah, so what we can do is
on your blood. Okay, so this is actually a video done by a doctor in a lab, and let's watch this video.
you get on your phone for maybe close to about half an hour, holding it and then we'll check again and see how does the capillary blood look like.
It looked like my first blood test result was clean, with no signs of blood clotting or blood clumps. But would just 30 minutes of cell phone usage really do any harm at all to my body? I hope not. Let's find out.
Okay, let's have a look. So you can see all the cells now being stacked. See, all of them are, you cannot see those loose cells. You can see most of the cells now all stacked.
Clumped up together, right?
Exactly. Just look at that. The big message is always to try to reduce our exposure. It's almost impossible not to use, but try to be a bit more cautious in the usage.
So the thing is, I know you say it's better to reduce. It's impossible for somebody like me, and I'm sure there's lots of people out there that also need to be holding their phones. So is there anything I can do?
This is the device that can actually help harmonize your electromagnetic frequency wave. And you want to see how it works?
Sure.
Come.
With the Environment Harmoniser turned on beside me, Dr. Roland and I proceeded to do a third blood test to see just how well this technology supposedly suppresses EMR. Okay, so this looks completely different to the last test, doesn't it?
Yep. Clearly looks different, lesser ruler formation.
Yeah, isn't it amazing? Right? Before and after emGuarde. And this was done in a private clinic, by a doctor. So this is exactly, the second patent of emGuarde, which is it helps improve the microcirculation of your blood, even without touching it. So even if the emGuarde is at a distance, as long as you're within the coverage range of 8 meters of diameter, you are protected. And we have seen this. We've seen this on a lot of people, how it has actually helped improve the blood circulation. This is actually a gentleman who's in his late 60s. I know him personally. And this is 20 minutes of using mobile phone before emGuarde. And this is how the red blood cell look like. They're all stacked to one another. The main function of red blood cells is to carry oxygen and nutrients to all the trillions of cells in the body. But if the red blood cells are all stacked to one another, you don't get enough oxygen supply, you don't get enough nutrition. And that way it kind of affects the entire functioning of the body. And this is just 20 minutes after turning on the emGuarde and continued using the mobile phone. You can see how the red blood cells are all started to circulate and freely moving. So this is amazing. Okay, now a lot of you asking a lot of questions. We will keep question answers to the end of the session. I'd just like you guys to stay with me throughout the session because I've done this so many times. Most of your questions will be answered throughout my presentation, but if it's still not answered, we will take the questions at the end of the presentation. Is that okay? Okay, if it's okay, give me an okay in the chat. Okay? All right. Now, let's look at this. So many of you will ask me, right, how does the emGuarde work? What does it suppress? Does it suppress everything? What kind of detectors do we need to use? Why do we need to use the detectors that you just saw? Why can't we just use any random detectors? Now, these are all questions most of you all have. Okay, do you think I had the same questions? I had the same questions too. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, first of all, you need to understand what are the different types of energies that is there in the environment. Okay, the first one is called the EMF, the electromagnetic field. Now, this is generated from all the electric cables, the lines, power lines from your DB box. Okay, so all from the electricity box, from all this the wires that's running all around your house. That is electromagnetic fields, energy generated from these cables. The second type of energy is called signal transmission radiation. Now, this is actually all the signals that between antenna devices which communicate with each other, like from your Wi-Fi router to your smart television, to your laptop, to your mobile phones, to your smart ACs, all of that, okay, where they communicate with each other. Okay, this is the second type of radiation. Now, these two by itself are not harmful. Okay, what the detectors that we showed you earlier, the SDR softwares and the 𝐏𝐫𝐨𝐝, what they detect is not these two. In the market, there are a lot of detectors that detect these two things. So if you get one of those detectors that detect these two things, right? And then turn on the emGuarde. The emGuarde is not suppressing signals or electricity. Can you imagine if emGuarde is suppressing the signals? You will not have any mobile data. You will not have any, you will not be able to make any phone calls or charge your devices or use electricity, right? And such devices will not even be approved by the government, right? And we will not be connected. My emGuarde is turned on right now. And if emGuarde was suppressing the signals, we will not be connected, right? So what is emGuarde suppressing, and what is that we are detecting, or we are using the detectors for all of this? Everything in red is what our bodies absorb because they have no purpose in the environment. It's an electromagnetic noise. So it is a byproduct of these two radiations. So this is what the detectors are detecting. So if you get a detector that is detecting the signals, you put your phone on airplane mode, that detector will show zero because its job is to just detect the signals, right? So when you look at, and then when you turn on the emGuarde, it doesn't mean, that emGuarde is not working because you are detecting something else. Okay, right? But in spite of your phone being on an airplane mode, like I told earlier, all the circuits are still working. All the, battery is still on. Your phone is still on, right? So it is producing all this electromagnetic noise. Thank you so much, Dr. Rashmi. It's powerful. Thank you. When I saw this slide, it kind of, gave me so much clarity about what emGuarde is doing. So when we turn on the emGuarde, what emGuarde is doing, it is suppressing all this noise radiation. Okay, these harmful electromagnetic noise radiation. So I hope that is clear. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Now, what is emGuarde used for, or what are the features of emGuarde? First of all, it's so easy to use. One of the main things that I saw, although I love the Kangen machine, but everywhere I go, I need to look for the right pre-filters, I need to connect, I need the right faucet, all of those things. But with emGuarde, it's as simple as just plug and play. You plug, you unplug, and then you just connect it, it's ready. Okay. So it's so easy to use, easy to carry, 8 meters of coverage or very wide coverage. Okay. And no low running cost. In fact, I've seen even if the emGuarde is turned on for 24 hours a day, right? I don't see any difference in my electricity bill. Okay. And if you're using the emGuarde for 24 hours a day, it is designed to last, designed and built to last for 5 years. What does it mean? Does it mean after 5 years the emGuarde is of no use? Not really. It will give you the maximum coverage up to 5 years if you're using it 24 hours a day. But if after 5 years it will still work, it will maybe not give you 8 meters of coverage. It could just give you 6 meters or 7 meters of coverage. I hope that is clear. Okay. The thing is, if you're not at home, if nobody is at home, who is the emGuarde protecting? The emGuarde is protecting who? So what I do when I leave home, I just switch off the emGuarde. You can do that if you want to. Okay. Yeah. So that way, kind of, you're not overloading the emGuarde. Even otherwise, it will still work. Okay. And no battery replacements, because there's no battery inside. Some people ask, is the emGuarde itself, creating these harmful radiation? Not really. The point of emGuarde is to solve a problem, not to create problems. Right? So it does not have battery replacement. That's why you either power it with the direct socket or the power bank. Sometimes we have people that put it in their handbag, use a power bank, Of course, the coverage will not be the, the maximum when you're using power bank because every power bank is a different output. So yeah. And where can you use emGuarde? You can use it everywhere. Home, office, living room, in your office, restaurants, everywhere. Okay, so the ideal thing will be for you to use 24 hours throughout. Okay. However, if you are, let's say, some of you all say, I cannot carry the emGuarde everywhere, but my point here is that use, at least if you cannot use the emGuarde 24/7, at least have it when you go to bed. Okay, because when you sleep, that is the only time when your body is kind of rejuvenating itself. So when you sleep, And imagine all this radiation is constantly affecting your body and your brain. You don't get a proper sleep and you're disturbed the next morning. So when you're using the emGuarde, what you can do, at least keep it closer to your bedrooms. So at least 8 hours a day when you are asleep, it is protecting you. But the ideal thing, we have families that buy more than one. They put in every single corner of their house so that they kind of want to protect the whole space where they live. Some people get it for their offices. There's, sometimes kids even put it in their bags and carry it with them to the school. Unless you know school owners, you can talk to school owners and get them to have an emGuarde in every classroom. That's a business opportunity for you guys. How many of you all see that emGuarde is an absolute necessity for every single person in every environment? Schools, offices, hospitals, restaurants, hotels, airlines, electric cars. I'm giving you so many arenas, right? So that is the emGuarde. Everyone needs emGuarde. Okay. And that's why I tell people sometimes, whether you believe in it or not, we are all affected by radiation. It's just like gravity. Whether you believe in gravity or not, if you put something down, it's going to fall down. Okay. So the same way, okay, these radiations are there everywhere. And the best part is emGuarde is the only device, okay, in the world that can actually suppress this harmful electromagnetic noise radiation. There are a lot of test reports and everything. Later, I will show you the source where you can get all of this. Okay. And at the moment, the investment for an emGuarde is $1480. Now, the price for the respective region, you'll have to check with your local branch. Okay. Please, that is something I will leave you guys to ask your local branch. We have people from the US, we have people from India, we have people from Dubai, from Japan, from Brazil. I just want you guys to reach out. But the price is $1480. Now, when you look at the investment, it's a one-time investment, right, for the device. We have people buying more than one. Imagine this. How many of you all see that this is not only a need for everyone, but this is a great tool for people to even start the energy business with as low as $1480. Not many people have the money for a Kangen machine, but something like 1480, it's a good start for someone that wants to start the business. Okay. Some of you all say India is still not clear. Well, for India, the company is right now in the pre-launch. So you have to buy it on a personal import from Malaysia. Okay, the price is 5,200 Malaysian ringgit. It's a special promotional price just for India. 5,200 Malaysian ringgit plus shipping and customs and all of that. So you got to reach out to the local branch or to your local leader. Okay, it's very clearly mentioned by the broadcast channels in the Indian branch also. The reason why I say that is because I have teams in India who are buying emGuardes every day. So that's how I know. Okay, so landed price is about 1,160,000 rupees. But about what you say, the product price itself, some of them just go to Malaysia and pick it up. They pay 5,200 Malaysian ringgit. Okay, when is it? Some of you are asking me questions about the launch. Some of you are asking me questions about electrolysis, how the Kangen, okay, how emGuarde works. Everything I'm going to share with you guys, the tool, guys. I know you guys are very excited. My new team member just purchased 2 emGuardes. Congratulations. Congrats. When is it going to launch in India? I don't know the answer. Guys, these are questions you have to ask the local branch. Okay, this is a presentation to educate all of you so that you have the right information about emGuarde. So when you go out there in the market, you are equipped with the information to answer the questions. Okay, Roberto, you have questions about the RD9300. Just put it on the chat. I will take it later. Okay. Now, some of the tips to get the maximum output of emGuarde. Do not put an emGuarde in such an environment. You're overstressing the emGuarde. The point of emGuarde is to remove stress from your life. So you don't have to stress the emGuarde. Okay. Imagine some people put it in situations like this. Make sure you have connected the emGuarde to a single plug point, okay? And if you want to put it on the floor, do not directly put it on the floor. Use the box that comes with the emGuarde. Put the box and place the emGuarde on top of the box, okay? Because sometimes There are some metals, some things on the floor because there's cables running all over, right? So you don't want that electrostatic interference. And some of you will ask, does it pass through walls? Yes, it passes through walls. That's why we say 8 meters of a coverage. In an open area, we have seen even a wider coverage, but in a typical home with all the glasses, the metals, the walls, it gives you about 8 meters of diameter coverage. Okay. All right, guys. So also, how many of y'all, you not only want to buy emGuarde, but you want to be the first person in your region to bring the emGuarde. You want to be the first person to bring the emGuarde to all your people around you. You want to be the pioneer. Say I. Okay. When we started Kangen, Energic started selling Kangen machines 30 years ago for the domestic use, right? I think most of us, we didn't know it 30 years ago, right? But we all wanted to be the first one to be selling the Kangen machines. But now with emGuarde, we have that opportunity, okay? And this is another thing, just purchase from the person that invited you here today, guys. Do not buy from anything online. Energic does not sell anything online, okay? It all has to be through an Energic distributor, the one that has introduced you to the company, okay? Because that's when you get the proper warranty, you get all that service, access to service and everything, and also the opportunity to the business. Do not buy anything online, okay? So I want to put it out there. All right. So those of y'all who want to do the business, okay. All right. I will come to the questions later. Okay. Just keep it saved. Can emGuarde protect the MRI machine? emGuarde does not protect the MRI machine. emGuarde protects us from the radiations from all these devices, right? So, can you, if your question is, can you place it next to an MRI device? Yeah, you can, because emGuarde is not suppressing all the intentional signals. So emGuarde is only suppressing or harmonizing the environment from the unintentional signals or the noise in the environment. Okay. For example, even I use the emGuarde in the aircraft. There's a lot of radio frequency, there's a lot of radio waves that is sent from the cockpit to the ATC, right? emGuarde does not suppress or does not interfere with those frequencies. Okay. So that's why yesterday I had a safe flight. I landed safely. Okay. All right. Is there any RD9300 manual available other than FAQ and Telegram? My specific doubt is on numbers of micro display level. Yeah, you can ask me the question. See if I can answer you. Okay. Micro. Just go ahead, Roberto. Put your question, the exact question. I'll see if I understand what it is so I can help you better. All right. So those of y'all that want to build a business with the emGuarde, okay? Now, if you already have Kangen machine, an ESPA or 𝐿, okay, you have something called as a Kangen account. So even if you've not purchased an emGuarde yourself, for every emGuarde you sell, you earn approximately about $80. Now, for Indians, do not take this commission because the price you're already getting it at a promotional price, at a pre-launch price. It is not this. It is much lesser. Okay, so even the commissions, you have to check with the local branch or your leaders. They would give it to you. Okay, I'm just sharing this because this is a global call for all. So I'm putting this. So when you're paying the full price, that is 1,500 US plus your local taxes and all of that. With a Kangen, if you have a Kangen account, for all the emGuarde you sell, 1A commission is $80. Okay. But let's say you have some of the new members that just buy the emGuarde. They don't have a Kangen machine and a SPA or 𝐿. They join the Energic with an emGuarde. For every emGuarde they sell, they earn $50. The reason Energic does this is because it is only fair to reward those that have invested more. They reward them more, right? But imagine this, the emGuarde is not even, it is actually not even half the price of a 𝐾8. It's less than half the price of a 𝐾8, and still Energic counts it as half a unit, and they pay you more than half the commission that they've allocated, right? All right. Dr. Rajiv, can we refer this in MRI? I mean, you can place it. It does not interfere with the imaging. It does not interfere with the signals, right? Because yeah, we have people with the pacemakers and everything. You can use it because again, emGuarde does not interfere with the intentional signals. For example, X-ray, MRI, they are all intentional. There is a purpose that the device is sending out the signals, right? But what emGuarde is doing, it is suppressing all the leakages, the unwanted in the environment. Okay. All right. Uh, um, okay. For confidentiality purposes, the scientists and the people that design behind it, they supposed to be uh, behind the scenes, right? But all the certificates and everything, the scientific data, everything is on the Facebook group, which is called emGuarde to the World. I will share that with you later. Now, when a machine is sold, when a device is sold, Energic allocates a pre-budget of 8 points to be paid out equally. So considering that you all have a Kenyan account, for every emGuarde you sell, you earn $80 per point. Now the price, the commission, the exact money amount can differ based on where you buy the product. Okay, if you depending on the local currencies and depending on how much you paid for the emGuarde. So all those details specifically about the Kenyan, about the Energic business, it is best to discuss with your leaders that invited you here today. But if you have any questions on the business, please put it in the chat. Okay. Now, I want to introduce you guys to something called Energic 2.0. Some of y'all might be thinking, what is this? Is this a new company? Is this a different thing? What is it? Well, I will tell you something. Okay. Like I told you, what if you knew about Kangen water before it was launched in your country? Would you want to be the one to know about Kangen machines in your country? Uh, But the question, the question is, we don't have a time machine to go back and start fresh. But at the moment with emGuarde, we have that opportunity. Okay, some of you will ask, can we join business with emGuarde? Absolutely, yes. You can start the business with emGuarde. Okay. Just remember that if you start the business with just the emGuarde, for all the energy products that you sell, all the products, Kangen machine and Espa, Ukon, everything, you earn only 77% commission. Okay, because it is only fair. You're starting the business with something even not even half the price of the K8, right? So Energic is giving you 77% of the commission. The moment you buy any of the Kangen machine and Espa or Ukon, you start receiving 100% of the commissions for all the products that you sell. All right. Okay, guys. So my question to all of you is, why do people join new network marketing companies, right? The reason is because they want new products, they want to be number one. Okay, and it's exciting to be the first person to start with a new company. And what usually happens to most companies is 90% of them go out of business within the first 2 years. The reason is because most of the businesses, they are very risky, they're not well calculated. And the thing is, you will have emGuarde in your region. Some of the regions already have emGuarde, right? So the best part about Energic is, can you imagine the company has dominated the network marketing industry or survived just with just one product? Many companies, they have hundreds of products, but Energic has just survived with just one product, which is Kangen machine, predominantly for so many years. But right now with emGuarde, you get the opportunity to, it's as though you're starting with a new company all over again in your region. Okay. But it's not new. You have a 51-year-old company called Energic. Okay, you get the opportunity, you get the same excitement, the same earning potential, and also you're not exposed to the risk of a new business. Okay, so how many of y'all here you are interested in using emGuarde to strategize to get to 6A in the shortest time possible? Say 6A in the chat. If you want to use emGuarde to get to 6A in the shortest time possible. Great. Now, so those of you are asking, how does it count? emGuarde counts as one group sale. Yes. emGuarde counts as one group sale. So you can go from 0A to 5A by just selling 50 emGuardes. Isn't it amazing? Right? It is only considered half a group sale for title bonus requirements. What do I mean by title bonus requirements? You know, when you hit 6A, 6A2, you get $3,000, $6,000 title bonus, provided you meet the 10 group sales requirement in the month of rank up, right? So let's say you've sold 90 emGuardes. It counts as 90 sales, right? But the month when you want to hit 6A, of course, we know there are two requirements for you to go to 6A. One is 100 group sales. The second one is $300,000 value. But of course, you sell 90 emGuardes, you're not going to reach anywhere close to $300,000 value, right? But, okay, I just said the same thing. But the secret here is, it is very simple. It's not a complex strategy. You sell 50 emGuardes and 50 K8, or even the 50 SD501 Deluxe, the new machine that Magic has launched. You sell 50 emGuardes and 50 Deluxe, yeah, SD501 Deluxe. It counts as 100 group sales, and it is 323,000 in sales value. And every home needs both. They need the Kangen machine and they need the emGuarde. Do you agree with me on this? If you agree with me, say agree in the chat. So previously, you need to find 100 customers to get to 6A, because every home at the max, it would buy just one Kangen machine. But with emGuarde, the same home, imagine you even sell them an emGuarde. You don't need 100 homes. You only need 50 homes to get to 6A. But do you want to know the good news? The good news is they may buy just one Kangen machine, but they may not buy just one emGuarde. Most homes buy more than one. They may buy 2, 3. I personally have 4 emGuardes. Okay. So I have homes that have got 10 emGuardes. So isn't that a secret by itself? Isn't that a strategy for you to get to 6A soon? And this is what we found out, and this is what has been helping a lot of people get to 6A soon. How many of you all are excited? You're excited. Please put in the chat if you're excited. And the best part about emGuarde is it is a compelling product. How many of you all, by just looking at the demo here, if you don't have an emGuarde already, you want to buy one emGuarde. You want to get an emGuarde immediately, as soon as possible. Type yes in the chat. As soon as possible. Yeah. And the best part is it is a product that you can demo and show people on the spot the difference. There is no product in the market which deals with so-called electromagnetic field that they can demo. You sell it off the brochure or some website information. There is no demo that you can show to people. You're buying your second emGuarde. Amazing, Lena. Go for it. So it is so easy. You can just carry the emGuarde with the SDR software or the 𝐏𝐫𝐨 SDR, and you are ready. And the good part is it's a lower entry cost as compared to the Kangen machine. So it is easy to bring in new network marketers. Sometimes, I've also experienced this. No matter how good the Kangen machine is, some people just don't want to believe it, right? But when you show them the emGuarde, they want something like that because everyone is using all these latest gadgets. Sometimes you can bring in people with the emGuarde, and after they understand the company, they learn more about the Kangen machine. Don't you think they will also buy a machine? Isn't this a good way to bring in those distributors into the business? And it's a lower entry cost as compared to Kangen machines, right? And also, sometimes in your team, there are distributors that have just become idle. Okay. I'll tell you something. Distributors never leave enagic. It's just they slow down, maybe for many reasons. But with emGuarde coming in, with the opportunity of being the first one to know about emGuarde in your region, it excites them again because they still believe in enagic. They still love enagic. Enagic is probably the only company that has patented the compensation plan, or the only company, not probably, the only company in the world that has patented the compensation plan. And they have sustained for more than 51 years and they're growing. So they love enagic. So emGuarde, you can use it as a tool to revive them, to bring them back. Absolutely. emGuarde is going any computer of emGuarde. I don't understand the question. And lastly, duplication. It's very easy to do an emGuarde demo. You can even just show them a video and people are ready to buy. All you need to do is you need to upgrade your skills, your mindset, your confidence, your faith in the company, in the product, and your energy. Okay? Direct yourself in the right path. Don't, don't look for problems. Either you look for problems or you look for opportunities. There is a great opportunity in front of you. What if I tell you that you're probably the first few people having a look at this in your region? Are you more excited than before? Millions of people know about Kangen machine, but not millions of people don't know about emGuarde yet. So this is the gift that I want to give all of you. Okay, scan this QR code or take a screenshot quickly. I'm going to tell you what this QR code is all about. Okay, take a screenshot quickly. Some of you are asking me of all these details and can I have the demo? Can I have the PPT and videos? Of course, take a screenshot of this. Okay, this is the all-inclusive Facebook community. Because when I started the enagic business or Kangen machines, there was a lot of information out there. But with emGuarde being new, okay, this is a community that is being created to give all the distributors the right information and the right tools. Okay.
Hey everybody, my name is Simon.
My name's David.
And welcome to emGuarde to the World Facebook community. Now, this is going to be your one-stop center to bring emGuarde technology to the rest of the world.
Now, we've compiled years of experience in a wealth of knowledges into multiple training videos, into PowerPoint slides for you to download, and the aim is to allow you to get success in the emGuarde business.
Now, one of the key goals about this community is to unite all enagic distributors from all around the world into one place, and we will also love to hear about your positive experience on the emGuarde. So with that, let's bring emGuarde to the world.
So this is the tool for you guys. Everything is there. All the announcements,
Hey everybody.
all the announcements, everything is here. And I want to invite you guys, if you are serious, if you want to make a big difference in your enagic business, you want the right information, you want to be inspired from the people that are already achieving success in the emGuarde, I want to invite you guys to this 2-day intensive workshop and events. Okay, folks. The first day, it's called an Essential Enagic Workshop. You will learn all the mistakes to avoid. Why enagic? There's no competition in enagic. You will understand the strategies to be successful and why enagic is the ideal business for you to do. And the second day, day 2, is the emGuarde Summit. You will learn everything technical about emGuarde. You will know, you'll hear from doctors, top emGuarde distributors, people that are selling emGuarde the most. You will learn from them. So my invitation to you is register yourself. The ticket price right now is 200 ringgits, Malaysian ringgit. Scan the QR code. Okay, it is just enough to cover the cost of the venue. Okay, doesn't come with lunch. You can either scan the QR code or you can go to fhptrainings.com. Okay, and you can get the tickets. It's a 2-day wonderful training, 27th and 28th of September. And you don't want to come alone. If you want to attend this program, come with a group of people. Come with your team. It's going to be a wonderful 2-day event. I'll tell you something. People that have come to these training, they've come from all over the world, and when they go back with a lot of clarity, and their business starts to grow immediately. If you've been waiting for that missing link, this event could be it. So I'm going to leave it here for a while, and I'm going to open the room for questions. So if you have any questions, apart from everything that I've shown you, in fact, the Facebook group will answer all your questions, frequently asked questions. There are videos, there's guides, the PPT, the presentation, the everything, you know. I'm even running short of words. There's more on the Facebook group than what I've shown you here. Yes, Alina, everything that you need to be successful in the emGuarde business is in that Facebook group. And yes, when you come for this event, what you must do is come a day before. Okay, when you come to Malaysia, maybe come on the 25th or 26th. Go to the Energetic Malaysia office, pick up your emGuarde, pick up the tools, and the following day attend the workshop, then attend the emGuarde summit, and then ask your questions. And if you want, you can fly back on the 29th. So it's up to you. You can stay longer. You can pick it up on the day of the event also. Okay, but I would not arrive on the day of the event. I would arrive a day earlier, so that way I kind of can rest from the flight. My pleasure, Alina. Melissa, can you recommend any books to educate on EMF? Oh, fantastic. There are a couple of books. The first book is called Low Level Radiation. Low Level Radiation. I forgot the author's name. If I have the photo of it, I can show it to you. Low Level Radiation. And the second book is called Stop Cooking Your Kid's Brain by Dr. Pinky. She's a Filipino doctor. She's written this amazing book. And she's even mentioned about emGuarde in that book. And in fact, she will even be on the emGuarde summit. She's going to give her insight. So these two books, Low Level Radiation is the Invisible Killer. Low Level Radiation is the Invisible Killer. And also the second book is Stop Cooking Your Kid's Brain by Dr. Pinky. 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 And Low Level Radiation, the author. It's a red, tiny book. When you come to the event, you can even pick up those books. Okay, but if you want, I think it should be available on online. Let me see if I have the photo of it. If I don't have it, it is on the Facebook group, guys. The photo, you can get it from there. All right, let's see some of the questions. Because I want to give you guys the clarity. Okay, love energy complan, no monthly quotas. Absolutely, Lena. I mean, it's amazing. We're so blessed to have Energic in our lives. How many countries are launching? In fact, right now, I think most of the countries can buy an emGuarde. Most of the countries, if not all, most. How can I buy an emGuarde in India? There is a WhatsApp broadcast channel of India. You could just get it, message them, and you can get it from them. Or you can just reach out to your leader. You can get the emGuarde. There's an application form, a special application form for emGuarde. Please share the video. Okay. I'm just going through the questions if I missed any. Guys, if you have any questions, put it on the chat. I'll be happy to answer all of them. How would an end user know that his emGuarde is working fine? Well, very good. As long as there is a light, there's an LED light on the emGuarde. As long as it's glowing, it's good. It works. Well, the other answer is buy the detectors if they want to, or when you have the detector, when you're putting the emGuarde in the house, you can do a quick demo and show it to them. emGuarde doctor. Okay. The emGuarde spelling is wrong, by the way. emGuarde doctor. Anyway, Melissa, most welcome. Amrit, excellent information. My pleasure. Most welcome. emGuarde detection is also available. Yes, the detector also available there, the OnePlus. When is it officially being launched in India? Again, I don't have the information. Energic is the one to announce all of it. Thanks, Hemanth. My pleasure, guys. Kapila. Okay, what's the question? Just wanted to know that, like, Kangen, how emGuarde works. Well, I think I just explained that in the presentation. you go to the Facebook group. I'm gonna then put you guys back to the Facebook, the link to the Facebook, the QR code. Okay, scan this QR code. You will get all the wait. What is this? Scan this QR code. You will get all the information about all the test reports. Everything is there. The latest scientific papers, test reports, everything is there on this one. Okay, I hope that helps. Just go through it. It's very easy. They've taken hours together to put this together. There's something called as guides. When you go to the Facebook group, there's something called as guides. Click on guides and the step-by-step units, small videos to explain to you and also documents for you to download. Okay, Cascade, CA. What's the question? Please repeat the name of the books. Thank you, Lena. Stop cooking kids' brain and low-level radiation is the invisible killer. Where can we get the detector? Well, you can get it on Amazon or just go to the Facebook group. They will give you the specifications. Just look it up online. You should be able to find it. Awesome, guys. You guys are helping me already on the chat. Aren't you guys an amazing audience? We do this every week, I think, on Wednesdays. Everything will be announced on the Facebook group. Enable the notifications so that you get notified when there are announcements. And I'm happy to answer any questions. It's officially 1 hour since we started, and I want to thank you for staying at the end. It was a wonderful for all of you. And until next time, there'll be a lot of amazing speakers and presenters that will come. I hope you enjoyed the one with me. Okay, if you like to see me more, you can make the request, on the Facebook group, and we'll see. I'll try to come on more often. But if not, the speakers are also great. And that's it from me. Wish you guys a great week, and I will see you all in the next meeting, hopefully. My pleasure, Amanda, Melissa. Oh, Natalie. Yes, I did mention not all detectors shoot. That's why you gotta buy those detectors that we put on the Facebook group, because every detector has its purpose. And emGuarde is not there to suppress your signals or the electricity. Okay, so there are a lot of detectors that just detect the electric power. So they say that if you connect your phone to the charger, it's giving you a lot of radiation. Yes, of course, because the job of that detector is to detect the presence of electricity, and it's doing its job right. emGuarde is not designed to stop the electricity. emGuarde is just designed to stop the leakages, the dirty electricity from all these sources. Okay, so that's why you got to use the right detectors, and everything. Why we need to use the right detectors, everything is on the Facebook group. I can't stress a lot. If emGuarde not working by chance, well, it comes with a 1 year warranty, manufacturer's warranty. As long as you don't drop it, it's not shockproof. As long as you don't drop it, as long as you know it's just a brand new piece, you open it from the box, you connect it, you don't see the light coming on, it's covered in 1 year warranty. Send it back to the company will replace it for you. All right, guys. I hope I was able to answer most of your questions, if not all. My intention is to address all your questions. Let me know if I skipped any. You guys stay till the end. So all the best. Use this opportunity to become #1 in emGuarde in your region. And that will be the best way you can give back to us, for those that are running these meetings. And until next time, see you all in another meeting. Have a good day and great week ahead. The life of this device. Because